Hey folks, Dean here, and welcome to some more Let's Play Banished. We're back in Brussels, and as you may have noticed, we've expanded things a little bit since the last video. I played a little bit offline when I wasn't feeling well, and I'm still not feeling totally up to snuff. But yeah, nice to be back in here. You know, let's slow this down during the introduction at the very least. So what has happened? Well, our community has grown quite a bit. We're at over 100 population. We've expanded to an area over here. We've started doing some farming because we've unlocked a few different seeds, and certainly the farming has proven itself to be very space efficient. You know, as opposed to things like gathering and all that, you still get a fair bit more food from gathering, but the space efficiency of farming is really proving itself to be extremely good. Actually built this boarding house here recently, but it's kind of silly because existing families will not split into boarding houses. That will just be used to handle overflow things, like maybe nomads. We did have a couple of packs of nomads. We actually had a fire breakout at one point, and I actually tried to record it, but we had technical problems for that. So, what are you trading? You're trading stone and wool. One of the things I want to note, because a lot of people have brought this up, why don't I trade herbs? And you can see here I actually have 300 herbs sitting around in the trading post now. For most merchants, herbs are sold at 0. Same with food. If I bring in beans over here, for example, you notice beans are also worth nothing. However, for certain merchants, these things will be worth a certain amount. Basically, all food and herbs are counted in the food are worth 0 to most merchants and are worth their basic amount when it comes to food merchants. So basically you'll be able to like trade a bunch of beans or potatoes, which are worth 1, for a bunch of cabbage or something, which are also worth 1. So you can trade food to get more food variety. The only exception to the rule, one merchant, you'll see they all have names. This is Jonathan, yeah, the resource merchant. There's one general goods merchant that showed up, and she had food. I think it was Kira, her name. She had food, she had hammers, she had coats, she also had seeds, and she was willing to pay for basically everything. But she's the only merchant that seemed to do that gave you the ability to, say, trade herbs for seeds, for example. But you can trade herbs for extra food sources. So I've got plenty of food, and it's not really a reliable way to feed your village, but it's not a bad way to get a little bit of food variety. Considering actually trading a little bit, well, I can't trade herbs from this, and I don't want to sell my iron tools, so no, we'll just dismiss that. But yeah, other than that, things continue to go pretty much the way they were going. We've got our basic sort of woodsy industries over here, a little bit more woodsy industries over there. There's a tiny bit of overlap here with this new sheep pasture, but I'm building kind of a farming sub-community over here. I've got another market set up so that the goods don't go too far away from where people want to be. Not necessarily the most optimal placement because we do have a lot of these mountains here. I don't remember if I had this gatherer here before, and we did expand the fishing over here. But you can see we've got 20,000 food. We've got no shortage of that whatsoever. Everything is pretty much set. The firewood was running a little bit low. I did build another woodcutter over here, and he should get supplied relatively easily. We've got a forester's lodge over here, and do we not have a stockpile right here? Feels like we should, actually, so let me go and put a little one in there, which doesn't really help the woodcutter necessarily, but I just want to make sure that the foresters at least don't have to go too far away. But right now we're pretty good. I'm actually going to go ahead and increase my fuel limit up to like 1,000 just to make sure that things don't quite run out, and I'm going to go ahead and increase my log limit to something like 500 just to make sure we've got plenty of stuff in there. But other than that, we're staying full. In fact, the school is almost capped off. We have added a chapel as well. We might almost need a second one of those soon enough. I think I've even built, yeah, a hospital over here. No patients, and I'm not convinced that the hospital does much unless there's a disease, but may as well have it ready is what I think. So let's go ahead and increase the simulation speed now. And mostly I'm just trying to pace out my growth as much as possible, but I would really like to add a lot more houses at this point. And I think I actually will be growing here to the point where this Forester's Lodge, we're going to be encroaching on this territory. We might end up getting rid of it at some point, but I really want to just increase my population. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and build a bunch of stone houses here and see what we can do. A few people dying of old age, well, that's all right. It's to be expected. In fact, what I think I can do is drag out, well, no, that works out perfectly. Drag out this road, kind of like that, and we'll get a few more houses and build them up quite quickly. Still only got the 4 builders, which is going to be fine. Could build them a little faster, but this is okay. Why would we need more? I've actually gone ahead and even built some stone roads over here because there's a lot of people that travel from the sort of main village to the farming village over here along that road, and over here as well. And that was it. I probably will expand it more. We've got a couple of cemeteries on the go, and they're actually all full up. Well, this one's got room for 2 more. And I don't know, like, I guess once they're full, they're just permanently full, which is kind of annoying. So your map is going to be filled with graveyards later on. Now, it doesn't seem like it's strictly necessary to do this to keep the happiness up, because apparently it is a thing, but my people were generally pretty happy. So, I don't know. Well, this pasture can have 25 sheep in it. That's amazing. Of course, we've got a little cow pasture over here that's been around for a little while. It's only at 6. And the split and empty buttons, if I do build another pasture, as far as I can tell, they don't really do anything. Maybe I was using them wrong. Maybe I need another pasture flagged as cows to do that. Because I actually would like a bigger cow pasture at this time. I'm leery about expanding further there. So what do we have here? We've got a potato field, cornfield, and I still have my pepper field over here, my bell pepper, or papsicum, or paprika, depending on exactly where you're from. We had a great, cool sort of etymological discussion in the YouTube channel, or in YouTube comments. People saying what, bell peppers are basically referred to in their area. Certainly one which probably has a lot of regional names. I do want to do that. I want to go and build a larger pasture. Yeah, we're totally going to replace all this. So we'll go with a 20 by 20 pasture, which is as large as we can do. And we'll get that built out. These houses are filling up pretty quickly, actually. Pleasure over here is living his own. We've got one stone house here where no one lives in, but once we expand here, people might. And yeah, I think what we might do is actually bulldoze this whole section. We're getting some urban sprawl here, guys. We're gonna need your space. I'll leave it for now. They can actually farm quite a bit over on the right-hand side, or gather quite a bit on the right-hand side, and food is generally in a pretty good situation. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can split that herd. Get that going. Still people dying of old age, but we should get a new crop of students kicking in relatively soon. And another trader over there, so let's see what they have to offer. And we've got lots of tools. I'm going to go ahead and increase the amount of tools that are going to be held over here. What are you trading? Chestnut seeds. I would very, very, very much like that. I'm nowhere close to being able to actually purchase all those from you though, which is rather miserable. What I can do is transfer over some coats and trade some of those. Coats are worth a fair amount, but I don't know what else I'm going to throw in there. A bunch of firewood. It's early spring, actually, so we can afford, because the firewood should go at 4 per, so let's go and stick some of that in there, or all of it in there, I guess. We'll give a second person working at the trading post. And just wait for everything to be delivered. Someone else died of old age. Yeah, we're gonna run out of laborers here soon. Come on, students, you gotta graduate. You gotta get graduated. My laborers are still, or my, what are they called? Traders. Still waiting on them. So we're gonna go ahead and let's check here. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. While we wait for that, close you. So can't split or empty. Now let's go here, set this to cattle. And we can empty from one to the other, but the split still doesn't work. I don't know what's up there. So we can empty, which will transfer people over here as soon as the workers get around to it. And let's max this out. Gotta wait for the hide coats to get picked up. Come on, guys. We want to get the chestnut seeds. It's not terribly important, although we don't have an orchard at all yet. Oh, no, the merchant just left. Huh. Well, I guess I should be leaving things here more free. Oh, you know what? They're probably not hide coats. That's probably what the situation is. They might be warm coats. What is my tailor making? He is making hide coats. I don't know what took so long. It's still not there. Oh well, no chestnut seeds for us. But what have we unlocked? Yeah, just the pepper, corn, potatoes, cattle, and sheep. Yeah, they're here. I don't know. Maybe the split button just doesn't work yet. It is still pre-release, so we'll see. Boom, boom, boom. More crops coming in. What did I set my food cap to? 30,000. Probably have to raise it even more than that, actually. And we've got, we could use a little bit more stone. How many stonecutters I've got right now? Just 7. And, oh, we did get a new crop of laborers. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring them up all the way up to 11. See if we can get stone a little bit more. I'm going to have to build a new quarry really, really, really soon now. And the big question mark will be where exactly to put it, since it is kind of a permanent blight on the landscape, unfortunately. I think what we actually might do is extend the road here and go out this way. Maybe this will be the one area of the woods that stays kind of pristine. And then this area down here. So yeah, we'll do urban sprawl a little bit out to the east, but not enough to kind of encroach over here. So we'll try to cut it there. That seems relatively reasonable. Lots of wood. Still working on firewood. We're gonna have a lot of excess of that. Inventory over here. We finally moved those fur coats over. It probably took forever to get all the firewood over. But we've got something to trade there. Again, the herbs are worth 4 to some people. Firewood, I believe, is worth 4 to everyone. So that's 2,000 value right there, right? Yeah. Wow, you could really just use firewood to sell everything. But I like a little bit of a mix. That way you're not, over-relying on just one resource. Still would like to go to steel tool industry, but right now selling all the iron is just incredibly convenient. Still have tons and tons and tons of food. A few extra laborers as well. Go ahead, just keep the laborers at 4. So again, we've got replacements for anyone who dies of old age, but then we'll pop more people into stone cutting. Yeah, just like that. We have a lot of room to expand. Like, we could build a whole other town over here, like, without even being connected. Although, you'd want to have, I don't know, the right amount of food resource mix. But yeah, actually, there's a lot of room over here to build a super huge population town. Just drop a market in here and just do nothing but build houses. Well, anywhere they'd work, they'd have to walk forever, that's true. Although, would they? I mean, they could just happen to be laborers. It'd still be a lot of walking around, though. And we'd probably want some local jobs there anyway, just to save some transportation time. But it's interesting to think about. In fact, what I think I'm going to do, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's extend this road straight. And then extend the bridge off of that. Oh, I can't see it. I can't see the end of the road. I guess we'll wait for it to actually get built. Well, actually what I can do is just something like this. But I don't know where it's lined up anymore. Okay, fine. We'll wait for the road to get dug out. More laborers kicking in. Good. Another merchant? Another merchant. What do you bring? Corn seeds. Don't... I'm confused. Oh, we already have corn? We already have corn. Go away. Oh, shoot. I actually should have put in an order for that guy. I mean, I haven't done the ordering right now so far because it's like, it costs more to order it. But at this point, I can pretty much absorb the cost. So I should probably just go do that. Okay, we are at a maximum number of sheep, which means we're now going to be producing wool. And we have leather, which means our tailor, we can actually switch this to our leather plus wool. We're also going to get some leather from the cow pastures because they do produce both meat and leather. Not a lot of leather, but some. It's a good supplement to the hunting. Especially as your community gets bigger and bigger. And yeah, you do run out of room to do the hunting thing. Seems like hunting and gathering and everything is preferable up until the point where you start to run out of room, and then you have no choice but to move into more common agricultural activities, which I guess makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Can we actually use more herdsmen? We could actually do that. Wow, lots of laborers. Let's go and max out the stonecutters, because the more stone we have, the more houses we can build, and we're really in the phase right now. We could just go ahead and go crazy with that. Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't a straight line. Driving me bonkers. But since this is such a long walk, I'm actually going to go ahead and stone this all up, because I suspect that there will be a lot of traffic going kind of back and forth over here. Alright, and now that we can see that, build that bridge. Build the bridge before the March of Death, please. Actually, I'm going to just put down another wooden bridge over here for convenience. And we really probably could do... We can't do a pair. Bridge 1. Bridge 2. There. Quite nice. I don't know if I'll bother roading it up, but now there's lots of ability for people to get around places with some shortcuts. And yeah, this is a long walk. If this were being queued up in the winter, I might actually have problems with frost reaching out there. I might build a handful of houses here. I'm not sure what I want to do. Or maybe some more fishing. Yeah, I think we could actually support some more fishing. Again, we're not short on food right now. What is this? Nomads! How many nomads? 21! Yeah, sure. 4 people without houses, and that even with the boarding house. Ooh. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop down another boarding house. I can't place it there. Oh, I can't place it there either. Just a little bit of a hill there. We'll place down another boarding house. And let me go and put more builders down. And most of the time they'll be acting as laborers, but that's fine. And we don't really have need of more. You know, let's max out the builders. We've got enough food. Here. We'll make some more foresters. Most of the time they're idle. They're just going to be working as laborers too, but what the hell? We'll do that. An outbreak of dysentery? Who's got dysentery? Way over here in the middle of nowhere, France. Wait, seriously, where are you? Oh, this might be a nomad. As I say, I don't think any of my people should be doing stupid pathfinding. There's someone else there now, and the bridge is done. I have to assume these were nomads, but I might be wrong. I suppose they might have been at the town hall, so there might have been crazy stuff going on there. But, oof, dysentery is bad. It's a good thing we've got a freaking hospital already set up. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, maybe they couldn't walk across here. They may have been trying to build this bridge. But we got everything set up before another Great Death March. So, still only one person with diseases. Someone is hungry. Yeah, there was a little bit of a death march. Just a little bit. Not enough to be a problem. They're going to numb themselves over here. Good. Still a housing thing, but that's going to be built there, which is great. And we'll queue up some more actual houses really, really soon. Because obviously if people are living in the boarding houses, they would like actual homes. Boarding house can fit, what, like 4 families in there? I wonder if they reproduce. Maybe they do. But people won't split to go into them. Oh, dysentery. Oh, jeez. Hey, you know what? Unfortunately, this actual episode is going to have to be quite short. But up until the game gets released, because there's a lot of demand for this game, people have been really hyped up for it, and because they can't play themselves, they've been looking for the videos, and I'm getting lots and lots of requests, and so we're going to be playing a fair bit of Banished up until the game comes out, and then we'll see. We'll see how much life the long-term game of Banished has in terms of making Let's Plays. And, oh, by the way, if you're new to the channel, first of all, thank you. A lot of newcomers are here for Banished. And if you haven't yet, you should check out the Dwarf Fortress videos. I know the graphics are not as pretty, but if you're looking for another game that does a lot of what Banished does, Dwarf Fortress is really something you're going to want to check out. It's awesome. I've also got plenty of other builder game videos. I've got lots of SimCity. Tons of SimCity out there. Obviously, the map's not quite as big, but we'll leave that there. You know, enough said, I think, on the topic. Alright, I built that little tunnel. Just a few little tunnels here and there, just for added convenience, whenever possible. Don't make pretty cities. If you're looking for pretty cities, check out A Kiss for Lux videos on Banished. She makes very nice cities. It's like it feels like entirely aesthetics driven, and yet it's also more successful than my city at the same time. Like, how is that even fair? Make pretty city, win game. All right. Nope. Oh, died in childbirth. Oh, no, that's too bad. But we haven't had, like, other than old age, no one's died. Look, where are you walking to? No, honestly, I have not queued up anything over here. You should not be doing craziness. I'm confused. You're the only person who was hungry, though, so that much is good. I'm very confused. I have to hope that they're nomads. Otherwise, something is going horribly, horribly wrong. You know, I have lots of iron. Let's go ahead and switch back to coal. And we have lots of iron tools, both banked up here and in the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch everything over to steel tool production. And I'm going to go ahead and actually nab more of the iron tools. Like that. Take most of the iron tools off the market. Just use steel tools for everything. Alright, builder's good. Got too many builders, that's okay. Oh, another trader coming in. Maybe we'll get some proper seeds this time. Oh, they're out of coal, but that's okay. We can actually use some more miners. In fact, we've got lots and lots of extra labor, so we'll go ahead and do that. We have 2 mines, which is part of it. Again, excess of iron, but that's alright. Now we'll bank it up for later. What do you got to trade for me? You've got coats, and also coal. We could actually trade you for leather and then use leather to make coats and make money. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. We'll trade for 20 leather, and then we'll sell you. It's going to be kind of an awkward number. 22. Yeah, we'll overpay by 5. I'll be fine. I know what I can. Okay. 16, and then 24. God, making me do math or a trade for that. For all I know, I have tons of leather. Can I check it out actually at my town hall inventory? Yeah, my total inventory. Oh, that is so helpful. I should really be looking at this. Leather. Oh, we did over 500 units of leather. Okay, clearly did not need to trade. We've got tons of everything. Actually, we could be operating our trade entirely off of coats, which is good to know. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and, like, grab more coats right away, because they're being produced. Oh, I don't know how much wool we've got kicking around. That's a better question. Tons of wool! Okay, so we're good. Make coats forever, to the point where we might actually want to put a second tailor down just to make sure that we can just trade on that. But yeah, our industry is fantastic. We've got tons and tons and tons of food. We've got a good amount of workers. We should get some more. Second border house got completed, but ideally we'll just get more actual houses. Got a student living on her own at 18. What's her name? Macklin. Mare the Gatherer ate some poisonous berries and died. What a shitty gatherer. Listen, Mare, we were depending on you to get us food. You can't go ahead and just lose that all. And pick the wrong ones. That's terrible. Holy cow. For the sake of convenience, do we put down a stockpile here? I don't think so. I think what I do is I actually like lay down a whole other town here, starting with a big market. I think we're gonna do that. We'll build a big town square over here. Get some roads down. There's gonna be a fair amount of walking back and forth. Loop around that way. Come down a bunch here. Stretch that out. Stretch that out, and then over here. Something like that. And then plop down some stone houses way at this end of town. Perfect size. Oh, good. Makes me happy. And we'll set up some farming. Oh, did I not actually extend the roads out to the sides? I want to do that. More stone houses. And what I'm actually going to do is put down a stockpile over here ASAP, because they need to cut down some of these trees. Actually, let's put it somewhere that's empty to start off with. Something like that. They'll need to cut down some of these trees to get them out of the way to build the rest of the stuff. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. And then, I guess because it's going to still be a long haul over here, I'll go ahead and build a kind of a diagonal road to get a little bit closer. And we'll figure out exactly how we want the grid to work. There you go, all the builders coming out. Good thing it's spring again. Might have problems with the cold. But yeah, and we'll just set up more farms over here. This will be a big source of food. A little bit better organized than there. We'll have the market, we'll have a ring of houses around it, and then some fields all around the outside of that. Yeah. And then, I mean, other than actual disasters happening, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Someone else is killed by a cave-in. Like, all our deaths are coming from industrial accidents and, like, they're professional accidents, I suppose I should say. Anyway, actually, I'm going to have to put a cut in this episode. So we will see you guys next time.